Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Sideline Coaches. I'm Travis Montgomery. I'm your host. And basically, what we're doing today is we're having a little sideline topic discussion in reference to single versus single. And you know where I'm going with this. We're going and we're looking into the Boston Celtics situation. We're not good due to name implication. We're not going to mention no names. We all know what went down in Boston. And we're going to get this show started by introducing my new sideline co host. Her name is Kenya Peterman. She has a very large following on Instagram and Twitter. Let me let her introduce herself. I'm sorry, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kenya Peterman. I am straight out of Dania Beach. I am the owner of Sunshine Bail Bonds. I've been on Travis for over 10 to 15 years. It is a pleasure to be here to have this dialogue with you. I'm very controversial. I try my best to think outside the box. So I am definitely ready to have this conversation with you.
Great, great, great. So let's get started.
Let's go.
So single versus single.
Yes.
Now, based on the situation what happened in Boston, there was no ring on the finger. The only thing was on the finger was a promise ring. So they had been together for 10 years with one child. So we all know that common law marriage is what, 7 years, 6 years, 7 years, and an engagement, all engagement ring is a promise. So basically, I don't see anything basically was wrong other than the fact that the other participant involved, she was married.
Okay, so let's get it clear because coming from me, I've learned that I'm not really clear on definitions and what certain things mean. So I might say single is one thing and you might say single is another. I might say just going out for drinks is going out for drinks and you consider it dating. I don't. I consider us going out. We friends. We don't went out for a few drinks. So I'm just trying to get to the point where everybody has a different definition of something. A ring is a ring. I mean, like, it's a promise ring. What are you promising me by giving me a ring? A promise ring may be different from an engagement ring. An engagement ring is us. A promise ring, we trying to get to us. You might be promising me that you're not gonna cheat. I might promise I'm not gonna cheat. But an engagement ring is the next step to marriage. But everybody has a different perception of it.
Gotcha. So my question to you is, if we've been in a relationship for 10 years, what are we? I mean, and this goes back to our topic, single versus single.
I think we're a mess because we're wasting each other's times if we have not clearly defined what we want to do. So if sometimes you just get comfortable and complacent with that person. So if there's no clear definition as to where we're going and what we're doing, we're a mess and we're really wasting each other's time.
But what if we're together and we're progressing together, we're growing together?
10
We just
years,
we just don't have that title, but we're growing together. We're meeting all of our goals, all of our demands.
10 years of my life, 10 years of your life. We have not came to a solid conclusion. We are wasting each other's time, in my opinion. I can die tomorrow and then what? I just was with somebody for 10 years. I mean, that person might can go on without me and do something completely different and succeed. I might can go on with that person and do something completely different and succeed. We may not have, if you don't have that solid foundation as to what you want to do, what are we doing?
So basically, in a nutshell, all you saying is you want strings attached.
I don't want strings attached. I want a foundation. I want to know what we're doing because I don't want you to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. Time is something we can't get back. We can get money back, we can get love again, but time, I can't get my time back that I gave you. You can't get your time back that you gave me and you invested in me thinking it was going to work and we was going to make it work. And then voila, here comes something new and fresh. And I'm out the door or you out the door. We wasted each other's time.
And I definitely can understand that.
Again, that's my perception on it.
So basically, single. So basically, can you give me a definition, your definition of single versus single? Now remember, now remember, you might be chilling.
Okay, I might be.
You might be chilling with somebody, and just like you said before, you may be looking at it different from what I'm looking at it as.
Okay.
But we chilling.
Okay.
We say we chilling, but we single.
Correct.
And then another thing, another way is single versus single. We living together, and the only person I'm chilling with, and the only person you're chilling with is me and you. It does basically what
It's a thin line because single, no, bruh, we not living together. You got your place, I got my place. That's single. You can go date, I can go date. If we hang out, we hang out. That's single. Now, single is I'm vibing with you, we hanging out, but we have not made anything official. So everybody looks at things differently, and that's just my perception. So single is you got your place, I got my place. You want to go out, I go out. We don't have no problems if we see each other out. But if I'm single, okay, yeah, me and you dating, but we have not made a commitment to one another.
Gotcha. Well, she really did define single versus single, and a lot of people look at it differently. A lot, especially with guys. Guys tend to want their freedom. They tend to want to roam for a while, test the land. And women kind of want a commitment. And just like you said before, I don't want to waste my time for 10 years. And then all of a sudden, something comes up new and you telling me bye-bye. And basically you left in the cold by yourself with no strings attached. So I don't owe you anything.
Correct. Correct.
I can understand.
And then that person is hurt. You know what I'm saying? You also have to deal with the hurt behind it and the backlash behind it. And
Yeah.
You have so many people who are judgmental and going to have something to say, and it's like just let everybody live. Like let people live how they choose to live their lives.
I'm going to say something, and I'm going to say this is true based on my life experiences. I tend to think that women definitely mature much faster than men do. We're not just, I'm talking about relationship wise. I'm not talking about financial. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about relationship wise. And I feel that based on my experience, a woman, not in all cases, but a woman they definitely mature much faster than men do.
But do you think this has something to do with women in the way they were nurtured, in the way women nurtured their daughters and women nurtured their sons and men raised their sons? Like sometimes it goes back deeper to how the parents raised their children. Because, fathers gonna raise their sons differently than a mama gonna raise her daughter.
You're right. I can definitely see that as a part of it. But then you've had the single home where you would have for years basically a young man growing up on his own with no male role models in his life, and basically he's learning on his own. So basically when I say I say learning on my own, I would say all of my surroundings. That's where I'm learning per se. That's where I'm learning the game from. Everything that's around me.
So basically, you have let your environment get in you.
Yes, and
It happens. Because a lot of people don't even realize it's so much bigger than what they see.
Yeah.
Like some people just know our neighboring cities. Like it's so much more to see than where we are, but you can't force somebody to see it if they're not ready to see it.
And that goes back to what I was just saying.
Bingo.
Maturity, the maturity level is so much faster in a woman than it is in a man. I definitely can see that. You can see a woman between the ages of 21 and 25 ready to settle down, have a family, as a man in his 30s, 40s, hell, in some cases even 50 years old. They're not ready to make that commitment.
Correct. And maybe do you think that maybe a man knows that that person is not for him, but he's just comfortable and both of them are
It,
just
it
comfortable?
it can be that way. It definitely can be. It definitely can be that way where neither person knows how to walk away. And I've had friends and older friends that were in relationships and they sleep in separate rooms.
I can definitely understand
You
that.
can
Yeah.
because of financial reasoning, financial situation, we don't want to part, but we'll cohabitat, and it's rules to it.
Correct.
There's rules to it. No nobody in the house, but you have your side of the house. I have mine. Uh, is definitely.
I think it's what works for that person. Like if that works for them, I'm cool with it because it
can't-
works for them.
I can't.
That doesn't mean it's going to work for me. That doesn't mean it's going to
Yeah,
work
I
for you. But
can't.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, if y'all cool living in the house and looking at each other every day, and y'all cool with that, hey, that's none of my business. I gotta pay y'all mortgage and bills. I'm not busting it down with you. So I think I've learned a little bit more how to stand back and look at the bigger picture because a lot of it, it's like if that's what they're doing to make them happy and they're comfortable, and if you choose just to be comfortable, that's on you. Once I realize I'm comfortable, that's a problem for me. I need sometimes to be pushed. I need to be pushed because sometimes I do get comfortable and I'm
And
like, okay, no, we can't do this.
and we all do. We all, and that's where the motivation comes in. It's times where you get complacent. You just and that's where your partner come in and just give you that little nudge. Oh, time to get up. Time to do something else. And that's a part of that's human nature.
Right, when you have friends who call you and be like, you good at technology. You can get your own business.
Yeah.
You can get your own thing on the side going because you good at what you do.
I
Hint,
agree. I
hint,
agree.
hint.
I agree. It's definitely it's a work in progress. It's definitely a work in progress. But yeah, life is hard, man. And if you can't figure it out, you might get lost. It really is. And that single versus single, that's a topic that you actually can sit and just talk for hours and upon hours about.
But then you have to have people who can actually have a dialogue without getting upset. Because sometimes you sit with people and have these conversations and they just blow through the roof and you're like, whoa, what was just a conversation?
It's definitely
It's not
yeah,
personal.
reminiscing.
It's
That
not
is reminiscing
personal.
because we've sat here and we've been talking and basically and things are definitely going through my head like wow, I'm seeing my wrongs in my past relationships, and I will say once again, maturity had a lot to do with my past relationships.
I think that's with a lot of our relationships, especially communication.
Yeah.
Maturity and communication, it really plays a role in your relationship.
And it's even harder now because social media plays a big part in it, and
But that's the person allowing social media to play a big part of it.
well,
Like,
back
can you deactivate your page for 30 days and be okay?
yeah, I think that should build a stronger you and I. let's close off everything and let's get to know each other again.
Like sit down and talk and
Sit down and talk.
like go
Hey,
back to the basics.
hey,
Like,
hey, what is
like, where
that?
you from?
Hey, talk to me. Don't text me. Talk to me. You know,
Right,
yeah.
okay,
We
like,
sometimes you got to go back and start over again.
okay.
Write it on a piece of paper. Do you like me? Yes
Hit the
or
reset
no?
button.
Yes,
Yes or no?
definitely.
Oh, like okay, the things you like on this side, the things you don't like on this side.
Yeah, and also music. You were mentioning music earlier. I think music plays music and movies plays a big part in relationship as well. Music Soul Child, he has a song out, just as long as your love don't change. And when I think about relationships and I listen to this song and I was like, wow, I want to look at you the same way I looked at you from A all the way to Z. And if I can do that, if I have the strength to do that, you know, that's definitely a special relationship.
So how do you go about that? Because from A to Z, every letter changes. So
Definitely.
with that,
And
I'm
that
going to change. So
Yeah.
are you still going to be able to accept me by the time I get to Z?
we have to evolve. We have to evolve.
Okay.
We know that this is gonna happen. We know we just have to evolve. We have to grow. And just like I said before, you have to grow together.
Oh, okay. I'm learning something new.
You know,
I'm learning something new.
is mistakes that, just like I said before, mistakes that I've made in the past. You know, I'm learning from them. I'm reading more, and just like I said before, this is not something that's just gonna come to you. This is something that you're gonna have to go out and look for yourself. And if you're willing to go out and look for yourself and work for your relationship, sky's the limit.
I agree. That's
But and
but it, it
another
takes
thing-
the work. You got to put the work in.
and it has to be from both sides.
Correct.
It has to be from
correct.
both sides. We want to keep this thing balanced.
So, how do you feel about the situation with those individuals that you were talking about earlier?
Just like, you know, I can attest to this. You said 10 years. 10 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
And 10 years, something's not right there.
Because it's like, it's like, what is it that I still have not decided that I'm willing to commit 100% to you?
Could it be that the both of us, let's look at it from the outside. Could it be the both of us are wrapped up in our careers? I'm an NBA coach, you're a famous celebrity. We're both locked up in our worlds. What could it be?
It has to be more than that because people make time for people and things that they want to. So you got to come a little bit better with that one for me. That's just for me because when you want to do something or you want to show up for something or you want to show up for someone, you want to impress someone, you're going to make time to do it if it's a priority. And to me, it goes back to me just some people get comfortable. Oh, they ain't going nowhere. Oh, I got them. Oh, they're going to be here forever.
True.
No. It's no. Because once that switch turn on in either party that they've had enough, sometimes it's just
a done
it's
deal.
a done deal. I don't care. No matter what you say, I'm done. It's baked.
And with guys, that's normally when that light switch hit and guys are like, oh, I got to grow up. There's no more playing around. I have to grow up. And that's normally what happened. Trust me, I know. Personally, I know.
You had to grow up.
I got to grow up. Yeah. It's a part of life. Every day you're going to lose something. And it's just something that you have to prepare for. Especially, just like you said before, if we don't have that you and I, it's going to go, you're going to head in separate directions. And it depends on how long it takes before that chain breaks and then you're gone.
So let me ask you this question. What do you think starts cheating? What starts a person and what is your definition of cheating? Like, what do you consider cheating?
Just like you know what? People will say I'm crazy, but at the end of the day, cheating for me and cheating for you are two different things.
That's why I'm asking you. What do you
Because
consider it?
I can be touched way differently than you can be touched.
Again, what?
So so with so
Tell me.
you know, normally, I'm, you know, fellas, I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring it out. Normally with men, sexual intercourse or something of that nature plays a big part in it with men. With women, it's the emotional side. And I say if a man gets a woman emotionally, then he's got her. And he doesn't even need to touch her to get her.
But that's the same thing with the woman. Like, if a woman can touch you mentally, she's got you. But what I think I'm asking you is, do you think starting a conversation off, you with somebody, I'm with somebody, and we meet at a bar and we start talking and then we start having conversations, do you think that could lead up to cheating?
No, it not necessarily. Not necessarily. A guy, believe it or not, nowadays, a man and a woman can be friends, and is you just don't have that sexual or that physical connection, but you just have that emotional connection. Where, yo, I can't talk to my partner. Let me go talk to my best friend.
Now, when you go meet your best friend and y'all out having drinks, do you tell your partner you going to meet your best friend?
See,
It's people out there right now. Y'all want to know the answer to these questions, and then I answer the same question. So if I met you and another one of my friends that I met at a bar, if I was in a relationship, I would be like, "Hey, I'm going to the bar to hang out with so and so," because we friends, and my significant other has probably heard of me speaking on my friends before. So it's just the issue of that loyalty. So if I get someone who's loyal to me and I'm loyal to them, I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't have to worry about the trust. I don't have to worry about the love. I'm not worrying about anything else because I'm like, hey, okay, it's 6:00. I'm finna go hang out at a restaurant and get some drinks with them. You want to come? No.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just, so would you, like, I wouldn't have a problem telling my significant other I'm going to meet my friend guys and girls or just guys for some drinks. Can you do the same thing?
yes. If right now, right now I'm single, but yes, if you know in past previous relationships, I can say yes. I've had that connection where yo, I'm going to hang out with my coworkers. Yo, I'm going to hang out with my friends, and it wouldn't be a problem.
That's good.
It definitely wouldn't be a problem. But when I think about, just like I said before, my maturity level and things of that nature, things from back in the day, I can say I wouldn't. You know, and I've had friends that I've hung out with, and you know it. You know, can you? Just like Rick Ross say, you sometimes you may cross that line. You may cross that line.
Okay.
But you know where your bread
So
is
then
buttered at.
that's cheating. So once you cross that line, you cheated.
A guy knows when he's cheated, and he knows when especially if I have that strong communication with my girl, I know when I've crossed that line. Now whether I'm gonna go across it or not, that's a different story. But we know.
Hold up. I'm sorry. You know when you cross the line.
We do. We do.
Okay, so what do you do to stop it if you're into your girl? Like,
If I'm into my girl, I'm gonna pull away or change the subject or something of that nature.
Okay.
But if it's just like you said before, single versus single, and if I feel I'm on that first half of that single line and it's just maybe I will go across that line.
well, let me ask you this question because I get told this a lot and I really didn't realize it. So, being that you know me for over 20 years,
Yeah.
do you think I flirt when I talk?
I think with zodiac signs. Wait, listen.
Zodiac
Yeah,
sign. I'm just-
certain zodiac signs are very flirtatious.
Okay, what zodiac sign am I?
But yeah, yes.
No, let's go back. What zodiac sign am I?
I mean,
But you're the one who said with certain zodiac
yeah,
signs. So
you know, hey,
okay, give me an instance of the ones that you think are
well,
flirtatious.
I'm a Libra. I can't even say good morning, how you doing, sweetheart, without somebody saying, "Oh my God, he always like good morning, sweetheart. How are you doing? It's a lovely day." Well, I'm greeting you. I don't know you personally, but I'm letting you know you're a sweetheart. How are you doing? I mean, don't kill my kill buzz. I mean, let me
That you
speak.
be-
Let me yes.
Okay, so I'm a Sagittarius.
Yes, you are.
What does that
Yes,
mean?
you are.
Wait,
Ladies and
wait.
gentlemen, please go look up the definition of Sagittarius. And I definitely, I
In the next
definitely will
episode,
highlight.
we'll talk about
And you're right. We're gonna come back again. We're gonna come back again, and we're gonna get into zodiac signs. We're definitely gonna
Whoa.
come back in, and that's something that we're gonna talk about is zodiac signs, because just like I said before, single versus single. When you look at relationships, they tend to say leave. If you're looking to get into a long-term relationship, don't date this zodiac sign. Don't do this. Don't do that. So that's something that we're definitely gonna look at.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's definitely interesting. Well, thank you guys for joining us. And like I said before, we'll be back. We'll let you know same time, same place, and we'll let you know when. So please come join us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and
Let
we'll
us know what you want us to talk about or what you want to
definitely
hear.
post your comments. Let us know what you want to talk about, and we'll bring it to the floor.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Have a good night.